I take it that you would regularly kiss Amber on the cheek when you used to say hello. Tell us how you did that.
Objection.
Could you just show?
Wow, yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, besides on the cheek, what
are you doing? Like, really? What are you trying to say?
Hey, look over, he about to look over at the judge like, you're hearing this, right? I don't.
Yeah.
If I was Amber Heard, I'd fire this bitch today. It makes no sense, right?
Right.
They really are stretching.
Yeah.
There's no point into the argument.
There's no point in trying to make something out of nothing right here. They really are trying to make some, and I'm not saying this against feminists. Believe me, I'm not. Yeah. But they are trying to put a feminist spin on this.
Mm-hmm.
Vote for us for Best Podcast at the Austin Chronicle Best of Austin Awards. How do you do that? Well, you go to vote.austinchronicle.com. You sign in. You go to the category of politics and media. You scroll down to podcast. And there we are at the top. Woohoo. You vote for us right there. Very easy to do so. So please vote for us. It means a lot and it helps us out a lot. Oh, people, you know what? I've been keeping up with this, but I don't know everything that's going on with it. But I'm talking about this whole thing with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because while I don't know everything, I've seen some things, and all I got to say is you better be glad I'm not on that jury. Yeah. Because I had my mind made up today.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I would get up and be guilty. Sir, could you? No. I know what I want. Justice.
You can at least go back to the room and meet with everybody else.
No, I know. My mind is clear. Let me go home. I know what I want right now. I'm just, you know what, and I'm not trying to be messy, and I'm not trying to be one of these people out here who's trying to take sides because I got some sort of political or social agenda involved with this. But since it started, and we had talked about it a while back, I was just kind of curious how this was going to go, and they already put videos of this on YouTube and on the internet. And what I find fascinating now is that in this day and age of the internet and the way that we're able to just see these people's lives now in so many more personal ways and personal aspects. You know, I was just kind of fascinated because now if you sit there, you can watch these people for like an hour or so, sit in court and have all that celebrity and bravado and everything gone and be stripped down to two stressful motherfuckers sitting in court just trying to get theirs.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. I mean, we're seeing this more and more. You know, the Smith family, Will Smith and Jada, you know, with the way we're getting into that. We're seeing them as people now. And just seeing it stripped down, I don't want to see people hurt and whatnot. And I kind of hate to see that people who say they were in love at one time go out like this. But it's still kind of cool to see these people as people, even if it's in a situation like this. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I say I made my mind up, man. And I really haven't. I'm kind of joking. But I will say that your girl Amber Heard, she sounds like a nightmare to deal with, man.
Yeah.
That chick right there. I mean, the things that I'm hearing, the things that I'm seeing, the things that people are saying, it is not making her look good, man.
Yeah, Billy tried to tell us years ago.
But he said not to say nothing about that. But let me tell y'all something. And I don't want to. Now, I wouldn't be in court. Because they say, do you have any bias against any of these two people? Well, I heard she was a bitch. So we were not supposed to say anything, but I just...
Then we don't have to say no more
we know somebody who dated this chick, and it's not Billy. I'll tell you that much. It ain't Billy, but somebody dated this chick. It's not Billy. But somebody dated this chick, and way before any of this stuff came out, they said, this girl is kind of off.
Yep.
And I don't want to put gossip out there or anything, but this was what was said before she was even with before Johnny she was Depp. Near Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Shit, Johnny Depp was still in the 7 Seas drinking rum when she was out there with this person that we know. Now, you got to also keep in mind, I'm going to play some stuff that I've seen, and I'm just going to say how this is just not looking good right now for her it could be flipped.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of this deposition is going on where they're bringing witnesses up for Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You know how these things can go back and forth.
You're gonna have probably some good court drama going on. Shit, it's probably gonna be the best movie that Johnny Depp made in years.
I honestly feel like the way I feel now is how this is going to end up, where I go like, man, both of y'all just go somewhere.
Yeah, that's kind of how people were feeling before. Y'all forgot how both of us were like, man, both y'all shut the up. Hey, what you doing with her anyway? Because I almost feel like, keep in mind that there's a big age difference. So he's 50 and
He's got to be older than that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, he's not 50. I'm sorry. He's 58.
Yeah.
And she's 35.
Right.
So imagine when they started dating. I think she was still in her 20s, maybe.
Yeah. When she was hot as a pistol.
Yeah, and she's still hot as. But you know, you got to keep in mind, man. This is a dude who's dealing with a chick who still probably ain't fully mature yet. You know. Because she was.
No, I'm just saying, like, you got that same kind of thing going on.
Hey man, there's a difference between 14 and 23.
Hey man, thank you for calling it because I was about to say shit, but I'm like, I don't want.
I just see your lips puckering. I was like, if I don't say it, he's gonna say it.
Hey man, my shit is not as much. Not by much, but it ain't. My shit ain't as far. My gap ain't as wide.
Brother,
and I'm gonna tell you something. I know how to raise my babies. Yeah, I raise my babies right now. He can't handle his babies. I can't tell you some bullshit. Shit, I'm raising Mia right now. Here's some recordings, man. So here's the thing right now. And again, I'm not really kind of going in with a bias. I just think for years that where Johnny Depp, because of the time that it was in, everybody was ready to vilify him without even really listening to his side of the story.
Are you the man? Yes, they're ready to vilify you.
But the testimonies and the recordings are just not looking good for Amber Heard, man. Right now, you know, it's just not. And this is a hard one to get over right here. And I can tell you, man, I can kind of see what's going on here. I will be honest. Maybe not to this degree that they're in, but I can tell you, I see some relatable things that are happening with them. And yeah, man, she's a problem.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking.
No, and you hit back, so don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you. When did I get another room at the hotel?
Johnny Depp always sound like a drunk John Lennon.
He does. You're right. You're right.
What is the man up in the other room? He always sound like alcoholic John Lennon. I ain't saying he's drunk right there at all, but I would tell you,
Is he not?
he might be.
No, he's a very mellow person. He's a very, very mellow person.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on with this because I've seen it. Kind of had experience with it. I've heard other people do this too. What it sounds like is that she's arguing, getting mad, getting a little physical, and this dude is just walking away. That's what she's saying. She said, you split.
Right.
Yep.
What she's saying is you leave the room. And he's just like, I don't want to get into it with you.
Yep.
I've done this. Damn, maybe we are like. No, I've seen people do this.
Sure,
I've heard
sure,
people.
sure.
I'm walking out the room because I don't want to deal with you.
Right.
And there's somebody always who wants to keep pushing.
Yep.
And that's what she's saying right here.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to fight. And pretty much what she's saying. I want to fight, and you won't let me fight. And he's like, I don't want to fight because you start hitting, you start pushing, you start slapping,
Yelling and
and
all
if I start defending myself, then what does it turn into? You push me, and all of a sudden you're putting pictures of yourself all over the internet with a black eye that probably wasn't even real.
Across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of...
Punched. Boy, that's some Beatles shit. Don't tell me what it's like to be punched.
Brother. Very Liverpool.
Yeah, it is very Liverpool shit. Expecting them to start singing Yellow Submarine.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your
I'm not
toes?
sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
That's the difference
your
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a fucking baby.
See, this is not looking good, right?
Right,
This
right.
is, and what happens here is, it's almost like admitting that, yeah, now I ain't saying that she's beating the shit out of him. I ain't saying like she's Mike Tyson in this dude or anything like that. But, and so don't let me sound like I'm blowing out of proportion, but it was kind of an admission of some slight assault that went on.
Well,
No, that was an admission of assault.
Yeah,
Like, fuck
it's a
slights.
full-on admission.
It's an admission.
It's an admission along with the, I ain't hit you that hard. You being a baby by
being a-
complaining about it. It's
Yeah.
important because his career tanked because he lost the case when he countersued, but when he sued the publication for saying he was an abuser.
Yep.
And he lost, and so then he got stamped. It's like, okay, you lost that. That means you are officially an abuser, and now we're canceling your project.
Yep.
Yep.
She's belittling him for walking away from being hit and punched and kicked or whatever it is.
Yep.
She's calling him a baby because he doesn't want to deal with her physical assaults that are going on with him. And you know what?
And if any part of you is going like, oh, come on, he could take that. She's a little girl. Swap the genders.
I was about to say, everything that's going on here makes her sound abusive. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying she's beating the shit out of him, but even if it's smacking, even if it's slapping, if that's a constant thing with them, that doesn't belong in a relationship.
Abuse is abuse.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender.
This, and there's more, because even the belittling is bad, man.
Yeah.
They got Johnny Depp's sister on trial. Mm-hmm. I watched it, and she seems sincere because, I mean, look, she ain't no actor. You can definitely tell she ain't no actor up there. She has trouble just even trying to just talk. But she does give testimony of an incident that happened when he was about to be the face of the rep for, I think, Christian Dior. And she gives a recount of what Amber Heard's reaction was to that.
On one occasion, Dior, why would Dior want to do business with you? They're about class and they're about style, and you don't have style. So it was
Why you marry the dude? Wow.
Yep.
the insulting kind of taking away that one moment. She called him an old fat man.
So I want to ask y'all a question, and Martin already put it out there, but imagine if the roles were reversed and this amount of not only the physical abuse, but the mental abuse that is going on right there. Imagine if the roles were reversed, and imagine if this happened, if this came out 4 or 5 years ago and the roles were reversed. We wouldn't even be questioning.
Yep.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even be having any debates. It'd just be like, oh yeah, he's a dude. He definitely did that shit, because that's what guys do. And don't get me wrong, we do have this whole history of men being abusive to women, and women not having a voice, and just having to take it. I get it, but we really were ready to destroy a man's career.
Yeah.
Just based on a movement at the time, based on what we were told at the time, how to treat women and whatnot, and based on society's, whole attitude towards abuse. It's not just a matter of believing Johnny Depp. It's a matter of, well, man, you gonna let that girl hit you like that? You can't take it? Quit bitching. You in court whining about this shit. What, you a pussy? What, you a bitch? Shut the up. It's
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
well, it's not even, it's not toxic masculinity.
Some of that is
Some of
that
it is.
attitude, but
The attitude.
like I said, some of this you might go like, well, but it really destroyed him. Like, yeah, once he lost that case, they just went whole hog on like, well, you're an abuser now. That's your
Yeah.
thing. You put abuser first and then actor second.
Yeah, man. It was, and don't get me wrong, because I'm not sitting up here saying we knew the whole time. I was thinking like, well, shit, in these cases, you usually hear about the dude beating his wife. So I get it why society would think that. But wow, man, I think we all have learned a lesson here of, man, keep an open mind and don't judge this shit until you really know, because as we see now, and the problem also is that we didn't get the veil pulled back on people's lives, celebrities' lives like they are right now.
True.
A lot of this stuff doesn't come out didn't come out like it is now because we didn't have the internet and information wasn't posted there for people to see it in such a wide forum. But I'll tell you this, man, even the way Amber Heard's team is trying to come in and approach this of like, oh, but look at how y'all trying to treat women. It's
that's a classic deflect.
Boy, and it's making them look bad. Now I'm gonna tell y'all about this, but I gotta do a little ad first because we gotta pay for things around here, and I'm not segueing into anything right now. If I was to segue, I'd be like, well, you might not be as famous as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but you are very popular because everybody wants you, man. And if they don't want you, they want your information. Everybody wants to be you. You got hackers out there looking for your information, looking for your identity, looking for all your financials. Even your internet service provider, your ISP, is trying to take your information, man, because it's valuable. You didn't even know that, did you? Yeah, you're a valuable person, and everybody wants your information. And that is why you need a VPN. I've been telling you about this, and this is cool because I'm going to tell you right now, they are practically giving this away to you. So you really don't have anything to lose. I'm talking about dollars, small amount of dollars to get Surfshark. Surfshark is what you need to sit here and protect yourself from everybody trying to take your information. I'm telling you, man, you now think about this. It's scary. All right, all of us do business. You've been ordering DoorDash, you've been doing Amazon. Your credit card number, your identification information is out there, and everybody's scrambling to get it. And if you don't have a VPN installed, you are making yourself very vulnerable. And the thing about a VPN is that it doesn't cost that much. And I'm not trying to scare you. There's other perks to it. Besides trying to hide all that shit you do, you know what you do. You know? I mean, yeah, there's that, because that's a good way of hiding your history. But let's just say that, for instance, you're traveling around, you're someplace where, I don't know, another country where a platform doesn't work, your streaming service doesn't work, because when you put it up there, they say, oh, not here. You better get the British version of this thing. Well, there's a way around that when you have a VPN. And Surfshark is one of the best, if not the best, VPNs out there to have. But they also have virus and malware services here. They even have their own search engine that is very protected. So just in case you feel like Google and everybody out there is trying to take your stuff, you just don't trust them. Well, now VPNs are getting into the act. Surfshark has got your back, even for searching simple things online. You can get it for 83% off and get 3 extra months for free if you go to surfshark.deals/toasted. So I want to thank Surfshark for sponsoring this portion of the show, and of course for all of you for supporting what we do. Now, this whole thing right here where I'm talking about, they're trying to use like the whole safety for women situation here, or trying to make it seem like this is somewhat of a feminist issue. They brought in Johnny Depp's childhood friend.
Oh yeah, his best friend.
Best friend for he's known this dude for 40 years.
Yeah.
A dude named Isaac Baruch. And now I'm gonna tell you, listen, this is his friend, so he's gonna come in and, of course, say anything that needs to protect Johnny, because not only is he Johnny's friend, Johnny Depp's friend, but Johnny Depp also, I think he lived with Johnny for a while when, like rent free. Johnny Depp gave him $100,000, 100 stacks to sit up here and support his art career.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, you goddamn right you're going to come up there and say good things about Johnny, even though he did say some nice things about Amber Heard, too.
Yeah.
He just said she can just kind of be a little wild sometimes, a little insulting. But the questioning that they did to him, trying to turn around and try to make this a female issue, like, well, you guys have made her feel uncomfortable sometimes, or they're trying to make it seem like, well, you guys have overstepped your boundaries too. Even the guy, Isaac, I think is his name, sitting up there, he's like, what are you trying to get at? This don't make any sense. This all revolves around a kiss. And the questioning here seems such a stretch, so absurd, that this is surely working against them.
Now, you said that on the 22nd that you kissed her on the cheek. And then the next time when you said you did the kisses, you went like this.
What is this, the goddamn JFK assassination, the magic bullet theory?
Okay.
You went back and to the left. You see it's already started out to an absurd start, right?
Right.
What's your typical way of kissing women when you greet them? Say goodbye.
I'm not understanding any of what you just did.
He just laid out
That's some honest shit right there.
He's like, this makes no sense what you're talking about right now. I'm not going to even pretend to sit up here and try to understand what you're saying.
What's the point?
What the hell are you trying to say?
Yep.
I take it that you would regularly kiss Amber on the cheek when you used to say hello. Tell us how you did that.
Objection,
Could you just
Your
show?
Honor.
That's how you did it.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, besides on the cheek,
What the f- are you doing? Like, really? What are you trying to say?
Hey, look about to look over the judge. Like, you're hearing this, right? I don't.
Yeah.
If I was Amber Heard, I'd fire this bitch today. It makes no sense, right?
Right.
They really are stretching.
Yeah.
There's no point into the argument.
They there's no point in trying to make something out of nothing right here. They really are trying to make some, and I'm not saying this against feminists. Believe me, I'm not. Yeah. But they are trying to put a feminist spin on this.
Yep.
And this is not helping her, y'all. When you start reaching for things when there's nothing there, believe me, people see through it.
Which time? Regularly?
Did you have a different way of kissing her on the cheek different times? Or her on the cheek pretty hard?
God damn.
It's a hard. No.
You kissed her on the cheek. You didn't grab her ass. You didn't squeeze the titty.
Was hello.
You really are trying. They really trying to make it seem like you being creepy.
Yeah.
And this shit is backfiring so hard.
Two cheeks?
No, I'm not European. I'm from Brooklyn. No, you give, Europeans do the, the bar,
But you never did that?
No.
And why is Amber Heard sitting up here dressing like she's on the set of a Few Good Men?
I know, exactly.
Like she's in a military tribune or something.
Right.
People, this is working against her right here because, and I'm not even saying that I'm not making a verdict or right or wrong, but it seems like, man, you really have such nothing that we got to examine a kiss.
Yeah.
We got to examine a kiss again like it's the Kennedy assassination. Did you see how painful that was?
Sure. I just didn't know if the lawyer was like trying to lead him into a trap, because even with him doing all this, I was like, don't do all that. Just say no. Just answer a question. No.
Yeah.
Simple,
but I mean,
simple kiss.
Yeah. I'm talking confused. Like, what do you mean pressure? What the
Have torque? I don't know.
torque? Yeah, he said torque. It's like a motorcycle. Like, how did I go in? I mean, come on, man.
Did I grope her? Did I assault her? Those are the questions that she should be asking, but it never happened. So
it's like she's trying to walk him into something.
Exactly. It's like, see, you're a bad person, grasping at straws and
you
shit.
kiss her on the cheek, but sometimes maybe you do 2 or 3. Yeah, I guess 2 or 3, but sometimes a little more. You ever think that maybe she didn't like that?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think a good lawyer could have set that up for him to walk into?
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole thing. It made me nervous with him going, getting into it. Do some of this. I was like, don't do that.
Yep.
Just keep it as simple as possible. Only answer the question.
Yes or no.
Yes or no. Because it was the way she threw that question out there. That was how Christopher Darden lost the OJ case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good reference.
Yeah. Depp's team has a lot of evidence that makes her look like she's an aggressor. Mm-hmm. But even her team can't even pull up with nothing, man. If you were focusing on a kiss, what's that have to even do with their relationship? Johnny Depp's and Amber Heard's,
Yeah, if I was her team, I would attack his sobriety.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good hit.
I would say you even sound drunk in these recordings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
Damn, that's brilliant. If you attack him through there, there's this whole thing of doubt.
Him and the wine. Yeah,
exactly. You hit doubt.
Yeah,
and if there's doubt, obviously in court it might not hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm going to tell you something that could be used against them, even though Johnny Depp thinks that this is something that makes him look better. But it could definitely, if they're not careful, and that's what I'm talking about, how things could flip. If they're not careful, I could see lawyers flipping this around on them because Johnny Depp's sister comes out and continues to testify, saying that their mom physically abused them, and they said that we vowed. Now, this is from People Magazine. I'm looking at right here. We vowed to never repeat that. But if a lawyer comes up, they say, well, that victims of abuse usually it's passed on to them, and it's a cycle.
Sure.
That's
double edge.
Yep.
It's like, all right, do you really want to smack down somebody who's been abused?
Yeah.
It still paints him as a victim no matter what.
No, exactly. It does. I'm just saying a lawyer could come in and say that, hey, you've been abused. It
would certainly be something to open up. Like if he is looking too much like a victim to throw it out there, but you still kind of need something to back it up.
Yeah.
It would be really hard. You have to have like a really good silver bullet to play that card. Yeah. I've been in court and
because that could flip around on you hard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it could. I'm just saying that could go either way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just something I'm saying.
That's a Hail Mary. That's man, we got nothing.
We got shit on this.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing with Doug Stanhope, where he said like everybody who was friends with Johnny Depp saw what was going on. They were like, man, this is some bullshit. And he was finally the one just like, I can't keep quiet. And he spoke out about it, and then she sued him.
Oh, Doug Stanhope?
Yeah.
So he was the one that came out and said that she's full of shit.
Yeah.
And Doug Stanhope, if you guys don't know, if you're into comedy, then you know who he is. But if you don't, I'll put a picture up of him right now. Let me see here. Doug Stanhope. He's been around for a while and knows Johnny Depp. So, wow. So he's the one that even said back in the day they saw what was going on.
Yeah, when this shit first started happening, he said that like of their group of friends, like the whole group of friends saw what was happening, saw how foul she was, how she mistreated him, and then for her to come out and say that shit, he was just like, man, I don't want to get involved. He's my friend. I don't want to ruin or exploit this friendship, but I can't watch this go down without saying anything.
Yeah.
And then when he did, she sued him for
kind of kept him quiet after that. Put a muzzle on him. All right. Yeah.
Shit, we haven't seen even the best part because we still haven't heard anything about her shit in the bed because that's one of the biggest things.
Oh, her shit in the bed?
Yeah, no, because apparently...
you don't mean figuratively? Like,
No, like she actually got...
You heard that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Because she actually got so mad at one point that she dropped trousers and did her thing on the bed, and apparently there's even recordings of it.
Recordings of her like grunting and shit?
Yeah, when
is it video or audio?
No, of the audio of the argument.
Farting and shit?
The argument it devolves. God damn it! The argument devolves into her just dropping trousers and doing it, and just getting pissed at him. No, shit.
Yeah, no, I remember that when he said she shit in the bed. I was like, all right. So and now if that. Ooh, boy, if they got video or audio of that,
that's gonna be awesome.
It's done. I mean, even if he was kind of at fault, somebody get a picture of you shit in the bed, they're like, this done. You out your goddamn mind if
I
you
will
doing
honestly
that.
not play that as my first card because that would be really, really devastating for whichever party's involved. It's really devastating. And at that point, she can even claim mental health for a bunch of other shit. Yeah. And you want to get them for all they got.
He drove me literally crazy. Batshit crazy.
I was going to say the same thing.
Well, there you go, people.
Wow.
Not to really judge, but I'm just saying listening and looking at everything that's there. It's just, man, and from what we know and the things that have been said, Jesus, it's not looking good for this chick, man.
If I can say one.
And it's just, what, $100 million? What, I say just. It's $100 million trial, right, where I guess she's trying to get $100 million out of him.
But there's so much more in this, Bryden, because this is a Hollywood project. This is being in the public eye. You know, she's still filming Aquaman 2 while she's doing all of this. You know what I mean? There's a lot riding in this.
I know. I really want to see how this, because even with him, man, even if he comes out of this and everything that everybody thought about him was right, where he's innocent of everything, and he's kind of the victim here.
It still tarnishes him.
It does. It tarnishes both of them, man.
Yep.
We've seen them already as regular people, and we don't want to see that. You know, we don't want to see them as tarnished and flawed people, especially like this. And that's just a cloud that's going to hang over them the whole time.
It's such the problem with having your personal life out there, which is why I do not know why Jada Pinkett actively pursues that.
Yeah.
Because then when you act in something, it's hard for the audience to see you disappear into the character, because it's all what they see is you and everything you've shown.
Okay, but in the case of Jada, it's because she has no project. She had Gotham, and once Gotham ended, she was like, okay, I'm done. I'm all about the...
Didn't she leave before it was over?
She left. They wrote that character for her for seasons, and she's like, and she went like, I don't want to do this anymore. And she went to the whole Facebook, what's it called? The Red Table?
Red Table,
and that's the whole thing. Yeah. And she shows that, and I'm like, why? There's so many projects. Projects were handed down to you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this works out, man. Yeah. I mean, I really hope people can recover from this, and people have. They've done it in the past. Yeah, you know, maybe they can, do a reality show, Depp's House. Get some celebrities to try to spend a week with these two. Everybody be shitting on the bed after that.
Like spend a weekend with the Addams family.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.